Hey, what's going on? Charlie here.
I'm Jean.
Thanks for tuning in. Very special episode today. Today we are here with Adam at Rabbit Hole Distillery in Louisville, Kentucky. Adam, thanks for coming on.
Charlie, Jean, this is awesome. I'm so happy to see you all here. Thanks for coming by and saying hi to me. We're gonna have a good time today.
Like, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So what do you got going for us today?
We've got a gin, and then we've got a 15-year-old Mizunara finish Founders collection.
That one is exciting.
We've got some cool
I'm
stuff
excited
today.
to
Something
know.
really interesting. You're gonna love this, all right? So
Okay.
pick that rye glass up.
All right.
Okay. And let me get a big nose on it. Like, fill your snoot up, as we say, right?
Okay.
The snoot full.
All right.
Now, set that down. Take that gin and nose that gin. And right away, it smells like gin, right? It smells like Christmas trees and juniper berries, right?
Pine all over. Yeah.
All over. Now, this is London dry gin, so lots of juniper in there, but we're gonna try something really neat.
Okay.
Go ahead and reset your sense of smell. So smell like your, back of your hand, your forearm or elbow. Now smell the gin again and see how sweet it is.
Huh.
So what you did is you basically nose blinded yourself to the oak, right?
Okay.
That oak, you don't smell it anymore because you really filled up on that gin, and then you reset your sense of smell, and you go back to that gin and you see what the oak finish is doing on that gin. This is a gin that we finished in those rye barrels for about 6 months. That's why it's got this color.
Yeah.
And
I was wondering about the color. That explains the color.
it's not a normal looking gin, right?
It is not.
I mean, this comes from London. The gin itself comes from London, England, the oldest gin distillery in London. They sent it to us, no joke, at 195 proof.
Good for them.
Yeah, I will tell you, don't drink gin at 195 proof. It's not great. But what we do is we put Kentucky water in it to gauge it down,
Okay.
and then we put it in those rye barrels for about 6 to 9 months. No one ever believes me until they try it. It tastes like limoncello and Earl Grey tea. This is a gin that you can drink neat at room temperature.
I get a lot of powdered sugar on it now.
I had somebody tell me once this smells like sugar cookies, and I was like,
Okay.
absolutely, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, right? I know, it's every single time. Someone's like, really?
I get
It's fruity.
it opens up. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
For me, it opens up with a sweet burst of kind of maybe a yellow starburst, a lemon starburst. Transitions into rye notes for me. Mid palate is 100% rye.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I get a lot of that citrusy,
Yes.
fruity, on the back of the tongue. This is interesting.
This one really, I think it really shocks people. I mean, let me put it this way. This is, let's be honest, it's a cocktail spirit. That's what gin is. It's
Right,
a cocktail
yeah.
spirit, right? That you can drink at room temperature. You can drink this neat. And it's 89 proof. This is almost a cocktail in a bottle already.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of peppers on the finish now on the second drink.
There is some peppers.
Huh. But you're not doing your pepper dance. Just saying.
There's a lot of lemon on the forefront.
Yeah.
Yes. But now, I get a lemon cookie, but maybe with like little bits of lemon in the cookie.
Yeah.
So not like a lemon cookie, but done the right way, as they say.
I like this.
This one is really
Huh.
I'm
interesting.
not normally a gin drinker.
Yeah.
I hear you. I'm from Louisville. None of us
Yeah.
are gin drinkers, but this is why we call this Bespoke Gin. That's really the name of this one. So Cavehill, Boxer Grail, and then Bespoke Gin, because it's bespoke tailored for the whiskey drinker.
Okay.
Right? You're taking this kind of classic, already beautiful spirit, right? And then you're just tailoring it a little bit into something that fits the mold of what a bourbon distillery should be doing.
Huh.
It's a gin open with a bourbon finish. Wow.
I'll tell you, with club soda and an orange slice, dangerous. we've done pretty distinct things at this point. We've done Cavehill, 4-grain, honey malt, right? We've done a 95.5 kind of classic rye with sort of a different sort of approach, in the flavor profile. We've done a gin that's been finished in those rye barrels, but now we're really gonna go far off the rails, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna go really off the rails
Now
on
we're getting
this
ready to
one.
get on the roller coaster.
Exactly. So we have a limited series called the Founders Collection. Now this Founders Collection comes
Stand
out
in front of
twice
the
a year.
box.
I know, right? These boxes. That's why I winged it out. So we take up a lot of space. We release 2 of these a year. So we're going to release one in the fall, and then we're going to release one in the spring every year. Now our first one came out in October. That was Boxer Grail, but it was at cask strength. It was a little bit older. It was some of the very first barrels that Cave actually laid down when he started this.
Okay.
This one is way different. This is a 15-year-old bourbon. The bourbon itself is a Kentucky straight bourbon that is sourced from Cave's personal stock. So,
Okay.
we collect bottles. Cave collects barrels, know what I mean? Like he collects a lot of barrels from different distilleries just for his own personal use. I mean, things he would give out to people and try and kind of continue to age. He kept this aging, but then he got some Mizunara Japanese oak casks. And that sort of mad scientist took over. He took this already beautiful 15-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon and finished it in those Japanese Mizunara casks for another year.
Another year, okay.
A whole year on top of that. So this one, I'm kind of glad I poured it early. It takes a little bit to open up.
Okay.
But this one, I mean, it's very, very unique.
Ooh.
It's incredibly unique. I mean, it's definitely an older bourbon. I mean, you talk about a color, it's older.
Yes.
The nose. It kind of creeps on you a little bit like an older bourbon will sometimes. The Mizunara really adds some very interesting notes on this. The one that blows me away every time I try this is sandalwood. I've never had a bourbon that has like a sandalwood note on the nose and on the palate. And this one is at cask strength. I believe this one is at like 114 or so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 57 or something.
57.1.
But yeah, sandalwood, I was going to say the oak is prevalent there, but it's more like a red wine or a burgundy oak. But yeah, now you said sandalwood, that's exactly what
A little more like kind of an exotic
sort
of flavor to it.
Yeah, this isn't your typical oak in here at all.
No.
That's a beautiful nose.
Some brown sugar, caramel.
Brown sugar, caramel, yeah. It's
Butter.
got the normal bourbons in there, but yeah, it's also got that sandalwood.
And it's aromatic, yeah. It's like you lit a Yankee Candle made a bourbon candle.
Yeah, it's very strong in the sweeter vanilla notes.
Yes.
Maybe even some cedar.
Yeah, definitely cedar.
Interesting. And this is also our 9th wedding anniversary today.
Hey,
so
happy anniversary!
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary! Hey, look what I got you. It's in your hand.
Aw, I didn't get you anything.
That's right.
Wow, I could just nose this for like 30 more minutes.
Wow, I love it when it noses one way and tastes different in transitions. Oh, there's
Doing
a
the
pepper.
pepper dance.
There is a fair amount of pepper on this. I mean,
Oh man, that is good.
it comes from a few different distilleries, so this is kind of a blend of a few different distilleries bourbons, right? There is definitely some rye in this mash bill.
Yeah.
We don't really know exactly the mash bill all the way through, believe it or not.
Okay.
A lot of people kind of ask us, you put the mash bill on everything else, you don't put it on this. Well, since it's coming from different distilleries and we blended different ones together, not everybody is super forthcoming with their mash bill, so we kind of have to guess on it a little bit. This is definitely a higher rye, but the oak is overwhelming. Not overwhelming, but it's definitely prevalent on this. I feel like the Mizunara, it's hard to say that you can improve on a 15-year-old bourbon, because 15-year-old bourbon is amazing. But the Mizunara Japanese oak, it does something that kind of takes that acidic edge off an old oak. Sometimes the old oak sometimes has that sort of acidic cut right on the finish. This sort of takes that away a little bit. It softens that up and adds its own kind of exotic flavors of like the sandalwood. I actually get like almost like pineapple on it, like a tropical fruit, like a melon on this, which is
I'm getting dark chocolate and
chocolate's super heavy on this.
Gosh.
See, it's not over oaked at all. I don't like an over oaked bourbon.
I hear you.
This is not over oaked. Like I said, it marries well. I know you said that before on the Cavehill, but it does. And it just I'm not a big wine guy at all. I've had wines disappear on the tongue. I don't know if I've ever had a bourbon disappear on the tongue like this is doing.
What do you mean by disappear?
It just soaks in and there's no burn.
It melts.
Melts, yeah.
Would you say?
Melts even. Like
It's not,
butter.
when you say disappear, I'm thinking dissipates, but this is
Oh
not
no.
dissipating at all.
It's like your tongue is a sponge and it just soaks everything in and spreads it out. Normally when I drink a bourbon, maybe I have it more on the left side or the right side or the back. This coats everything.
Everywhere. It's everywhere.
Coats it all.
This is really good.
I'm glad you all enjoyed it.
Does not drink to its proof as far as there's no Kentucky hug.
Yeah.
There's no ABV sting, but all the flavors of a cask strength are there.
I am
very nice
about this. It's very good. And I can't wait. We're going to do this twice a year, every time it's going to be a little bit different. Every once in a while you might see one repeat. Like I expect that first one we did, the Boxer Grail Founders Collection. I expect that'll show up again. I mean, Boxer Grail's always aging. We've got more of that. This one will never happen again. We'll never again do a 15-year-old bourbon finished in Mizunara Japanese oak casks.
Really?
Never again.
You should.
I know. There's just none left. There's just none left, yeah.
Now, for folks who want to get all things Rabbit Hole, where's the best places? Their local watering hole, internet stores, or where?
So we sell across the country. You can actually go to rabbitholedistillery.com. There's actually a store located on there. So if you select one of our products, you can press the where to buy button, put your zip code in. It'll show you retail stores around you. It'll show you our online partners that you can buy from, so like Caskers, Reserve Bar, things like that. A few states we can ship directly to. That direct-to-consumer law passed this last year. So there's like 6 or 7 states that we can actually ship directly to from the distillery.
Get
So
online,
if you,
folks.
get online and check it out.
Go to your local liquor store, because I know that this is in our liquor store.
Yeah, it's available in our market, yeah.
If it's at our place, it's probably at your place. We don't get a lot of stuff.
And if you go into a liquor store or a retailer or a bar even, and you don't see Rabbit Hole, odds are they can probably order it.
Right.
So just ask them, hey, I'd love to, get a bottle of the Cavehill or something. I very rarely, as a bar owner or the retail owner, going to look at you and go, no, I don't want your money. So
Right.
they'll probably order it for you. Yeah, might take a little while sometimes.
Yeah.
They can get it.
I don't think you can order this though.
This one, no.
No.
This one you definitely can't order. If you come to the distillery, you might get lucky. There might be a couple bottles of this laying around you can buy. We try and put a little bit of our founder's collection in our distillery. It goes quickly though.
Right.
It goes very quickly.
Very nice, very nice.
Thanks for trying it, you all.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So is there
Thanks for letting
anything
us.
that folks need to know about Rabbit Hole that we didn't ask you? That maybe
Yeah.
like, those idiots. ain't-
We're open for tours finally. We were closed since last March. We opened a few weeks ago for public tours. So if you find yourself coming to Louisville, jump online at rabbitholedistillery.com, book a tour. Now they're booking up quickly, so if you think you're coming soon,
Right.
book those tours quickly.
That's what we should have done is
Yeah.
booked in
Yeah.
advance before we got here. So
Well, for Rabbit Hole, we did. Yeah.
Well, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming on today, Adam.
cheers.
Cheers. And cheers to you.